Hello there. So yeah, well, today was a great day. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I mean, this last couple of days, like today, yesterday, and before yesterday, prior to yesterday, it was like really good days. Really good days. And well, I woke up more earlier, 6:30 a.m. And then, like I said, you know, I I didn't meditate, but I did the Wim Hof, and I went like straight to the lab to do the tests because I don't know how that works. I think that's a standard, like in many place, any country. But before you enter a job, you gotta do the lab test to see if you have some kind of disability or some disease. You need like some medication, something like that. So I went there. I'm not good with directions, man. Like I was in the fucking street, and I wasn't like finding the place. But I found the place at the end of the day. So I went there. Was like way more quicker than I expect. So I went there. And like there was the doctor. Oh man, ooh, what a doctor. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, oh man, just she got these tattoos. Oh man, glasses. My type, blonde. I was like, fuck, man. No, I was like, should I make a move? But then I remember I'm like I don't That's the shit. When you don't have money, like you're capped, like you're capped of doing a lot of things. Like you're just capped. Like you can't. You can't. You don't have the resources. Of course, you can lie, of course, but it's way more like energy demanding and like man. But in a sense, I was kind of like upset. Like, oh man. Of course, other opportunities will come, and who knows? Who knows? Especially after the thing that happened with my neighbor. Like his girlfriend was a girl that I hit on when I was in the 95. Like, what are the odds, right? Like this whole city, and then like she's dating the guy that like lives, you know, next to my house, and like we used to work in the same company. Like, what are the odds? So like, who knows? Maybe I'll talk with her in the future again. I don't know. But yeah, I did that. Was quick, no problems. Got back, and like it was interesting because I was less nervous than yesterday because it's like oh fuck, how do I say that? But like it's in the middle of the town. Central, the central part of the town. You um. So and like it's kind of far from my home, so I had to uh, I used the bike. So riding the bike and like I was more calm, than yesterday. And even though like it's uh further, further, yeah, further place. I think it's further. But yeah, but I was more calm, more mindful. So I got back and then I trained. And yeah, man, like just hit different. Like I woke up was 6:30. I trained was around 9. No, no. Probably 9:30. I finished like 10:45 uh, a.m. Had shower. I had breakfast. Like I think was like I don't know what I did, but I had breakfast was like 11:45 a.m. And like the funny fact is, like I did all this, all this trajectory, trajectory, trajectory. I did all this path, like went like right in the center of the city. Got back, train, and I really performed like very well during the train, even though like I was like with on empty stomach. So and like it was really good. And like once I ate like was I don't know was just really good. The food. So I did that, and then after that I read, I do my things, I meditate. Actually, I meditate before the training. So yeah, I meditate, and then because I to create the card, right, the bus card, like the pass, like here we call the pass. So the uh, bus pass. So I had to go like in the terminal. I think it's terminal the way you say it, but the place like where it's like where's like the headquarters of the bus, So there, like you create your pass, your bus pass. So no, and for that I had to take the bus, and I'm not used to that. I'm not used like I've already done that before, but it's not like something like that I do every day. Even when I was like working 9 to 5, because most of the times that I've got was in my city, the city that I'm from. So it wasn't necessary for me to take any type of bus. So yeah, and yeah, when I entered the bus, there was this guy, kind of, how can I say that? Like a a guy from the hood. So like thug life, let's say. Um, and like, I mean, I don't give a shit, man. I'll just talk with the guy because I saw that he had the pass. So like, oh man, like, do you know how to do it? Like, and then like he was really, really kind actually, really cool guy. And then like we started talking, like small talk, like throughout the whole pass, and he explained that he's looking to this going to this interview, and he had been already in uh, other jobs. Yeah, man. And then I said, no, man. Like I'll help you get you there. Get there. So like, oh yeah, man, thank you. And then like he showed me the way. You go this way. Like, thank you. And then like I just noticed, like, fuck, man. Like communication is like one skill that can, I think, maybe. I don't know. I think that before communication, I would put like being mindful, being more aware, you know, being calm, more collected mentally. I think that's the most important skill you can learn as a human being. But like in second place, I would put like communication. Like you gotta, first of all, you gotta have a good relationship with yourself, and then you gotta learn how to communicate with others. Because if you're fucked like internally, like like you're too coward, or you're too coward, or too like angry, and you can live in society basically. Once you address that, now you gotta learn how to communicate with others in an efficient way. So that is my take on it. So I just noticed that, like with communication, like I got help, like, and I mean I could have done that by myself, yes, but would be probably more energy demanding, would be like more stressful. But and like once he showed me the way, I learned. I was like, yeah, like I don't need that anymore. I don't need him anymore. Like that's the advantage. So like yeah, I went there like really quick, and then I just already got back home, take the bus to get home. And like when I was in the bus, I was looking around at people. Uh, like I'd say like maybe 85, 90% of the people in the bus, they're like blue collar workers. And I was like, fuck, man. Like, I don't know. It just seemed like, fuck, man. I don't want this for my life. I know like how important that is, and probably I don't have the guts to go, like do this shit that they doing. You know, I don't, like have this tenacity of like doing the same thing for years. Like, I don't have that. I have the ambition and like the hunger to create like company and like leadership, those type of things. But like this, do like the thing like without question, I can't. I just can't do it. You know. But yeah, and like now, there's just no someone better or worse. It's just like when you're there and like at least from like if you're in the buzz, you're just like anyone else. Like you're just someone, just someone. So I had that like like man, I really don't want that. Like I know that this is a essential part of the journey, but it's the process. But I want to get out of here like as quick as possible. You know. But let's learn because you can always learn. You can always learn. So I got back, got back home, and I talked with no. I said like yesterday. I said that like in the moment I didn't like said to anyone about I got the job. So like, but today like I was talking with this colleague from high school, and he's doing like a very labor job. It's like construction. So uh, he posts like on his WhatsApp status, like some footage of him, taking a bus or you know. I said, oh man, like where is that? Like United States, and he's like, no man. And then he explained to me like, and then like I was really like, I just thought to myself, I'll just stay out of the bush and just fucking tell him. And yeah, man. So yeah, I'm back shit because he knew that I was doing the remote shit. So he was like, "Yeah, man, like this is really working." And then I was like, "Yeah, man, like I got the experience, but I didn't make a lot of money, so I'm back to it, but I'll get back like in the future." And I got the job, and he said something very simple, but like it is what it is. Like, yeah, man, you gotta suffer a little. You gotta go through suffering just a little, you know, just a little. You gotta suffer because then you can completely like he didn't say that, but like that's my interpretation. Once you go through the suffering, you'll really understand and give value. Like you're really grateful to the achievement, to the pleasure, because you know what it's like. Not only the lack of the pleasure, but like also the pain that this lack brings with it. So I'm like, yeah, man, because I have to take like two buses, like one to get in the city, and like in the city to get to the place. I'll have to like wake up probably 5:30 to 6 a.m. So it's not a good. It's definitely not a good routine. It's a pain in the ass. I gotta be honest. But I gotta do that, so I can get the money, do the thing, pay my dad, buy a better laptop, and then we start studying about everything, the AI automation. Get a good mentor, like with a reasonable price, and that takes time. That takes time. That takes time. So yeah. Um, so after that, I was at home, reflecting about everything. Then this friend of mine, one of the true friends, maybe. Say, yeah, man, don't you want to come, pass by here, Don't you want to come by, just, to talk? Like, yeah, let's do it. So I went there, and like in the middle uh, of the ride, I, I saw this other colleague of mine that, like, we're, like, he's supposedly, like, doing the AI thing with me. So yeah, man, how are you doing? I don't know, blah, blah, blah. Small talk. And then I said, yeah, man, so, yeah, about the thing, how is it gonna go? And then he said, well, I don't know, on 12, 12, 12th, 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 12th of, 12th, 12th, 12th of, 12th of December, I'll get the money. And like, because, like, see how fucked up that shit is? Like, in the beginning, he said was like, no, man, in the day like 27th of November, I'll get the money. Day 27 came, he said, no, man, day 5 of December, I'll get the money. Day 5 of December, it's still not here. But then he already said, no, man, it's gonna be like on a, 18th of December. And now he said that it's gonna be on 12th of December. So like you can't trust. I can't. I can't just trust in a guy like this. Like fuck. Like your word has no value. Value. Like fuck, man. Always change. Like that's why one thing that I said to him, like, man, that's how you understand. I don't want to be like rude or anything. But I'll be like logical with you. In this situation, like when it comes to the AI automation, you need more. Uh, you need more of me than I need you. So yeah, you need more. You need me more. You need me more than I need you when it comes to the AI automation, because the English aspect, the understanding of the market, sales. So if like if I start to see that there's a lot of headaches and I won't waste my energy, I'll just stop. So just being clear. And then he already said, "Oh, you want to give up?" I said, "No, I'm just saying, you know, because like we're like in the, like really the beginning, like they scratch and everything." But I said, "Yeah, man, that's it, you know, learn English." And then he said, "Yeah, like what can I do?" I said, "Learn English. Just do that, learn English." And he was like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." So yeah, and then it was a pain in the ass because he didn't appear there, you know. My friend, and like he took a lot, like a while. Well, he came back and then we talked a lot, a lot. Most of the time was me, And then I told with him, like, I explained to him, like what was happening, the job. I didn't. one thing, I said, yeah, man. So I got the job, and because like eventually I would say, I'm not gonna lie, but like one thing that I made very clear was that I'm not gonna talk about my plans with them. Like the little details, I'm not gonna talk about that. So yeah, man, I got the job, and like I'll make money. I'll make money with the job, like 9 to 5, and the part-time job, as I said. Like what I'm gonna do with the money, what is my plan, how I'm gonna do it. I'm not gonna tell to anyone, because there's no use to it. Like it's only gonna serve to fuck me in the ass later. So no, I won't like commit the same mistake twice. No, I won't. I told like that history of my dad. Like I was completely happy about the freelance job, and then I told him, and he was like, "Yeah, fuck that shit." You know, I would be better off if I had just shut up. Shut my mouth. I would be better off. So I won't uh, commit the same mistake again. So that was one of the parts. I also talked with him about the more like silly shit. Like the girl, like the thing that happened in the gym. Like the girl that dropped the weight like on my foot, next to my foot, and he's like, man, like like one good analysis that he did was that the fact that I spent like almost like 1 year alone most of the time. Of course, I talk with him, I talk with other guys, but most of the time I was alone. 85, 19% of the time I was alone. It was just me and the dog. So like that kind of, I became like rusty when it comes to social environments, especially when there's a lot of people, because like you get alone, like you're not talking to anyone, like so often, so it's normal, like you get a little cringy, but I still like I act like I perform really well because I burst, I got angry, but then I apologize, so it's a good point. Like I'm still like trying my moves, like in the gym and even in other places that are not the gym. You know. Like with her, like the girl from the lab, I just, um, um, what's the word? Uh, uh, it's not accomplish. It's fuck. I forgot the word. Wait a minute. I give her a compliment about the tattoo, so that I didn't ask for her number or anything. Because I thought like in the moment like, okay, what am I gonna do next? You know, I can take her out. So yeah, but getting back to it, what I was talking about. Even though like I spent like 1 year basically alone, like I'm still like, you know, not being like a fucking weird like sometimes, but I'm controlling it. Very good. So yeah, and like other thing, he mentioned is that now I'm way more focused than I was before, especially with the thing of the what what happened, the girl that I had the heartbreak. Like before that, he said I was more like lost and everything, but after that shit, I became more focused. So that's a good point. Um, and the other thing that happened, like he lives with his what's his brother-in-law, something like that. Like the brother of his girlfriend. So I think it's brother-in-law, mother-in-law, mother-in-law. I don't know. You get it. The brother of his girlfriend, and then I went to the bathroom, and then like I opened the wrong door. He was fucking naked. I was like, fuck, man, like, get out of here. I was like, oh shit. should have done that image. I was like, oh damn, man, fuck. But yeah, no. Like I was hard to focus. So, fuck. But yeah, we continued talking and he explained to me like his situation. I'm like, man, like I had this conversation with him like several times. All the same shit. Oh, I gotta do this. Oh, like man, just fucking do it. Come on, fuck's sake. Man, I gotta try. At least I'll try. But I don't know. I said like I made very clear. Like man, I would sacrifice anything. So like you, parents, like relationships with friends, parents, and that's it. Because I'm not even considering the possibility of like relationships, like romantic relationships with like a woman, because I know like this is very time consuming. There's a lot of energy. And like man, like if I'm gonna do something, like whatever it might be, I want to do it right and properly. Like I want to give my all, my best. And I know that this is very important. Like fucking man, like you're supposed to live with this person for the rest of your life. So man, you gotta do a fucking good job. Like right now, that's not the focus. So just not in the list right now. So friends and parents, like family, it's just fucking make this work. You should only have to become millionaire once. Like you should have only to become a millionaire once. No, only once. Like you don't need to lose everything and then no, just once. Like I'm 20. Like I said, 10 years from now, like this is gonna be the most important 10 years of my life. No, because after the 30s, it's more complicated. You know, and I won't have the same energy that I do have now. So 10 years. You know, so I know what's the best for me, and I'll just do it. And fuck it, like everybody else opinions, like approval. I don't give a fuck. The only pride that I have is from me, from myself. So fuck it, I'm very decided to do this shit. Then was a good talk. Got back home, and then I had to talk with my dad about it. I had to. So I told him, yeah, I got a job, and he was like, yeah, good. Like was way better. Like I really like. I love the fact that was just it. There was no more like. Maybe he tried to say like, oh yeah, good. I said, yeah, I got a job. Just that. I don't want any praises for that or any comments. Just okay. And then he said, yeah, well, do it. I was like, yeah, Monday. So yeah, man, I'm tired. I'm not gonna lie. Right now it's 11:30 p.m. and I have tomorrow. I have 4 days. 4 days: Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. To align myself with my goals and yeah, man, like rest and like redirect to my goal, man. So yeah, it's gonna be another season, and like now I have way more experience than I had before, because I've gone through. Wait a minute. I've gone through 1 year of basically pure learning. Didn't make any any money basically. Like if I did like total like with TikTok shop and like I didn't do it properly. TikTok shop cold calling like 65, $70 1 year, and but I learned a lot of shit. Improve my English, learn about the general framework of sales, improve my communication, negotiation, like understanding of myself. Like this is more recent, the meditation, but you know, I had time, to really understand me, and had a lot of, time with myself. So I didn't have any other choice to, resolve things with myself. So yeah, man. Now it's gonna be another season, another. And like now, I do believe that like the most essential mental tools I have, the meditation, the and fragile mindset that I'm developing. And yeah, man, it's gonna be hard, but it's gonna be worth it. You know, especially I like me today, like going to the bus and like seeing all these people, like I get it, like it's necessary, but I don't wanna I don't want and I will not follow this path. This traditional path. I'll do my own thing. I'll do it my own way. And for that, I gotta do a lot of sacrifices and do like other type of decisions and go like in the choose the uncertainty path and I just go with it. And that's what I'm gonna do. I won't fucking give up. And I will fucking win eventually. As long as I don't give up. And I will not give up. So yeah, man. I'm tired, but it was a really excellent day. So yeah, man. That's it. Take care.